The title of this video is Popular Referencing. Popular references. We all have a sense of what popular means, branding means, logos mean. A lot of the names, if you cast your eye over that graphic, you'll be quite familiar with. Let's talk about how that unfolds in terms of popular writing, popular articles. Well, they're accessible. Nearly anybody can get into them. There's a breadth of topics, short bites, there's an overview, there isn't that level of depth, and the aim is to get as many people interested in reading it as possible without having a great depth in background. They can be written by staff, not necessarily attributed, it doesn't necessarily have your name on it. Freelance writers, good writers using general popular language for anybody to read. So different writing, different audience. Well, these articles are edited and approved, but not peer reviewed by experts necessarily, but that doesn't mean that the editors don't know what they're talking about. They may be experts in many fields. You don't necessarily know, because if you read these articles, you don't know who's edited them and what their skills are. Well, they're designed to attract the eye of potential customers. They're glossy. They're designed to be attractive. They're designed to entertain. They're designed to get people interested. An example of a popular source is Slate, which I read. Many technical people read Slate. Okay, there are things that are read by people in many disciplines that are popular, and there's actually quite good stuff in there. Keep your eye out on those, listen to people, try out different sources. Don't just get locked into reading particular journals, because there's many good things everywhere. Keep your eyes open. Now I'm going to get into the Wikipedia discussion. Many of you will have been told throughout your university, Wikipedia is bad. Don't refer to Wikipedia. Well, I'm going to unpack that question a little bit further and actually look at some of the data. When I was a student, I was told not to use Wikipedia. You may have been told not to use it. The question is there nobody out there that uses it? Has everybody followed through on that? Let's have a look. Well, there are issues with Wikipedia. You don't know who's written anything, so you don't know whether they're an authority. It has no publisher or editorial board at all. It's just emerged. It's continued to evolve. There's no formal process. There's no final version. Entries can change daily or hourly. And it's aimed for a popular audience, not to address academic or professional peers. So Wikipedia is a really interesting creature, particularly because you can actually find a lot of incredibly technical information on there. So let's ask some questions of Wikipedia. How many times do the experts use it in scholarly publications? For example, in Web of Science and Scopus, which are two major databases of papers. Who contributes to it? Do the top universities contribute to it? What fields contribute to it? Where are the authors based? What publications publish articles in them? Do the top journals actually publish articles that refer to Wikipedia? It's useful to know. Who cites them most often? Which academic fields do it? Which authors do it? Okay, it's a slightly more complicated question than just saying, should I use Wikipedia? Like I said, a problem shared is a problem halved. Anytime you get a problem, the first step should always be to think about who else might have this problem. And you look at the questions here. Look at the first word. All of the who's, what, who, what, which, how. Okay? Keep those questions in mind. Unpack the problems that you have. Because in the modern world, most of the problems that you have are a problem that somebody else has, and there's a solution to them online. So solving problems is often about transforming a question into a search exercise online. Incidentally, these questions are from Indiana University. Okay, have a look at these institutions. These are some of the top engineering institutions in the world. This is an article from 2011, so the numbers will be higher now. But even in the top universities, they are citing Wikipedia. And these are academic experts. They're not students. So if somebody says to you, don't cite Wikipedia, you can point to these universities and say, these guys are citing it. Now, to be fair, they're not using it a lot. Okay, this isn't with respect to the millions of citations that aren't Wikipedia, but to say that nobody cites Wikipedia from the top places, well, that's not true. Let's have a look by discipline. So, looking at Web of Science, back in 2011 again. So, engineering, you'll see that 23% of almost 800 articles cited Wikipedia. It's reasonably high. Other fields really change. If you look at nursing, for example, it's very low, but the numbers bounce around a little bit. Computer science, it's really quite high. So keep that in mind if somebody tells you that nobody uses Wikipedia. There's actually quite a few articles out there that do it, and some of the top players do it as well. So keep that in mind. But I'd still be sparing in my use of Wikipedia articles, because the reviewers of your papers would be going to those articles and saying, are these articles really the most credible source of this information? So you need to take care. So the attributes of an article. How much do you trust it? What is the prestige? Is it written by somebody from a ranking institution? The author ranks, the journal ranks, the numbers are there. How reliable is the information? How reliable is the source? Has the person been widely cited? How accurate is the information in this? You can tell that from the statistics and the graphs. How transparent is the information? Can you see through the information through what you actually want to get to? Does it refer to standards? What is the entertainment value or information value? And finally, is it sponsored? Is the article there because a company has been investigating something and the intent is to use that article to elevate the credibility in an advertising campaign? You need to be very careful about biases in articles based on their sponsorship. Take note of that.